Hi, I'm Michael White, and today we're going to chat about feelings. Nothing more than feelings. No, not the song, but really feelings. Have you ever said, I don't feel like doing this? I just don't feel like getting up. I just feel boom, 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 boom. What? What is that? Are you driven by emotions and feelings till you make your decisions by how you feel? Think about that for a moment. I know I have in the past. I know many people who do. I don't feel like going to the gym in the morning. I don't feel like I want to eat that healthy salad. I don't feel like I want to go to school or learn something. I don't feel like reading a book will help me. I don't feel like going to the therapist for my marriage that's going to do anything. I don't feel. That stops so many people. Feelings can determine many things in your life. It can determine your mood. It can determine your attitude. It can also determine how you see the world and how you see others and how they treat you. Your mood and your feelings can determine that. I want you to imagine that you're on this elevator and you're fully in control of your emotions. And when you look at the elevator button, you get to choose. Do you want to go down or do you want to go up? You get to choose. Choosing up, your emotional elevator can go up. You can also choose down, where your emotional elevator goes down to negativity. Here's how it is for me. Here's what I've learned about feelings. Feelings can stop you dead in your track. I felt many times growing up in my early 20s that I couldn't go to school. I didn't think I was smart enough to go to school. I just felt like that because I struggled going through high school. I found out in my mid-40s that I have ADHD, which is inattentive ADHD, not the hyperactivity ADHD, where you're creaming from one wall to the next. It's more so that I can look right at you and be on a beach somewhere in Jamaica. And so I miss a lot. So I felt that I just couldn't go to school. What happened is I wanted to move away more so, motivation, more so from how I was raised educationally wise and the low expectations to attend college. I wanted to prove it that I can do it. So I enrolled myself in a community college earlier on in my 20s. But doing the testing, I found out that I had to take remedial math and English. And for those of you who do not know what remedial is, that means you take the entire class 12 weeks to pass to get ready to take a class that's for college credit. So I'm paying for a class that's not going to be added to college credit. So, did I feel bad? Yes. Did I feel that I didn't have the smarts? Yes. But I did it anyhow. I also found out that once I started that education, it took me 25 years to finish my bachelor's. 25. Because of life situations, I had an opportunity to start class. Then more than 15 years later, I had an opportunity to start a year going to class. And then life happened, and then 12 more years, I was able to finish my bachelor's. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. Harder by the yard. It was just a focus that if I had the opportunity, I was going to do it. It taught me that I could do it. It taught me that regardless of how I felt, I can do the action to get the results, which built confidence in me. Many today still run on how they feel. I just don't feel like working out in the morning. I don't feel like eating that salad. I don't feel like walking on my break. I don't want to get up 15 minutes early. I just don't feel like I have to really explain to my partner how I feel. They should know. See that feelings stop. They stop you from doing things. But also feelings can get you to do things as well. So what do you need? You need motivation. What's motivation, you ask? Where does motivation come from? Does it come from Amazon? No. Does it come from the United States Postal Service? No. Does it come from UPS? That would be, you guessed it, a no. Motivation comes from three things, is my understanding. Extrinsic, intrinsic, and then also family. Follow me here. Extrinsic is, I'm trying to attain something, or I'm trying to move away from something else, right? Pain, pleasure. For me, I wanted to move away from the idea that how I was as a young man was all I was going to be. So I started going to school. Later on, I wanted to move forward to something as finishing my degree. Just for me. It wasn't for anything else, but just for me. That's what I wanted to do. I had the opportunity, and I was able to do it. Intrinsic is an internal drive to succeed. It's something that's a fire that's burning within you. I didn't always have it. I had to find it. For me, it's always accomplishing things, always challenging myself, always, getting up in the morning, just over the years in life, I found myself weighing over 230 pounds at 5'8", and I found I couldn't move, and I had things happen to me physically, harming me, that caused me to not exercise and do things. And finally, in the busiest time of my life, I found 20 minutes to start hitting the gym. And I didn't like it at first. I didn't feel like going to the gym at 8 o'clock at night after I got done with my full day, my internships, my family commitments, to just go for 20 minutes. What's 20 minutes going to do? Instead, I focused on what I would feel after I left. Because after about a week of being disciplined to do it, I started feeling better after I left. After I left, I didn't feel good going in because I was tired, I was wore out, and I was frustrated. But I focused on the feeling afterwards. Now I connect motivation. My motivation now was to continue for the feeling I was receiving after the gym. It was the motivation to continue one class at a time, thinking about just getting a degree, to change the way my family was, to show that my kid that if I could do it, he can do it. That was so important to me because I was not shown that throughout my entire life. That's my motivation now. As I want to do as much as I can while I can. There's going to come a day at the end where I'm not going to be able to do anything because age is going to catch up to me. Father Time is 100%. No one ever escapes it. And during that process of going through life's maturing, life's challenges, we'll be able to cultivate a no-surrender mindset. So you can do, you can overcome. Yes, I feel bad some days. Yes, some days I just take a me day. But it's not something I plan. My plan is to feel what I feel and then do it anyway. Feel what I feel and do it anyway. So what is motivation? Motivation is, you find motivation from everything. 80s guy, Michael Jordan, he would find motivation when people would talk smack about him in the news. And then he would go out and throw like 50 points on them. You find motivation. You have to seek it. It's not going to be delivered to you by Amazon. It's not going to come to you by United States Postal Service or UPS. It's not going to come knock you over while you're in bed at 5:30 in the morning going, now you're motivated, get up, put your shoes on and go for a run. It's not going to do that. Motivation's not going to come and hit you like a spirit taking over your body saying, honey, I'm sorry, it was my fault. Can we talk? It's not going to do that. Motion creates momentum, so you have to move. The other part of motivation is extrinsic, intrinsic, and then family. People will do tremendous things for their family. Provide for them, to make them happy, to have great birthdays. They will go to any length to provide for their family. That's number 3 in motivation. So what's your motivation? What are your feelings holding you back from? What feelings are driving you towards something? Taking an inventory, a personal inventory of how your feelings are affected. Disclaimer. I understand that there's a lot of people who have mood disorders or dysregulation in how they handle their feelings. I get that. I'm not touching base on that. I'm touching base on doing something, create motion so you can get momentum going, so when you're done, whatever it is you do, you feel better. Who doesn't feel better getting out of the house after working for 8 hours doing COVID in your house and going to walk around the block, getting some sunshine, saying hi to people in the windows because no one's out? Who doesn't feel better about that? It's proven that sunshine, getting out in the sun and socializing and being with people makes you feel better. And doing that process of going through life's maturing, life's challenges, we've been able to cultivate a no surrender mindset. So you can overcome. Yes, I feel bad some days. Yes, some days I just take a me day. But it's not something I plan. My plan is to feel what I feel and then do it anyway. What are you doing? I don't always feel like getting up at 5:45 in the morning and hitting the gym, but I do feel great when I'm done. I don't always feel like having to read and do all the things I need to do to keep up with my profession. But I do feel good when I'm able to provide competent services to people I work with. I don't always feel like wanting to sit down and listen to people when I have an attention issue going on. And when my ADHD is really hitting and I'm all over the place and I have to learn to manage it and focus in, because people who care for me and I care for them want my attention. I don't always feel like it, but I'm motivated because I want connection and I want them to know that I care for them. I'm motivated because I like what I feel like coming out of the gym. I like to live just a little bit longer, to do a little bit more things, to challenge myself just a little bit more. So I challenge you, what are you doing? So get off your couch, put a list together, and get moving. If you like this series, if you like what I'm saying, hit like. Want you to subscribe below and watch our other videos. If you have things you want topics on, you want to comment below, please do so. Love to have it. Love to interact with you. So till next time, I'm Michael White. Talk to you later.